Up next on the MARR Army Rock Show, we're happy to have Callie from Los Angeles band Rivals back with us. We got Callie back on because they've got a new song and new music coming out. Callie, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, hi, how are you doing?
Hey, great to talk to you again. We were just talking a little off air about, I guess really the last time I talked to you was aboard Shiprock, so good to talk to you again.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So, hey, what prompted me to reach out to you, as I mentioned, was there's some new music coming out, so, and some's already out, so why don't you tell the world a little bit about the upcoming release?
Yeah, so we have a new record coming out on March 19th, strategically planned 2 days before my birthday. It's called Sad Looks Pretty on Me. Right now, we currently have 3 singles out on it, Fake Rich, Lavenders, and the Time. Yeah, we're pretty stoked. It's been really great response so far. We're extremely excited.
Now, give us a little more of the details about, maybe where you recorded this thing, who produces you guys these days, and a little bit of those kind of particulars.
Yeah, so it actually kind of depends on the song.
Oh.
Yeah, so we worked with Kevin Thrasher of Escape the Fate on some, Cody Stewart, who worked on some of our last record with us. We have John Espy, who did a lot of our previous record. We worked with Michael Montoya from Wings of Plague. We kind of went all over. We were just kind of branching out and working with a bunch of different people. And and then the whole thing was mixed and mastered by Cody Stewart as well.
So let's get into a little bit of the music on there. Let's talk about Sad Looks Pretty on Me. I feel like I got the vibe of what that song was about, but I'd rather hear from you a little bit more about what it's about.
Originally, it was like one of the first couple songs that we had written for the record. And honestly, I just really wanted to write a song about just being sad and making it and having it be, in general, the title literally is what the song is about. So it's really hard to, justify it. I really just wanted to write a song about how being sad, regardless, is even if you're pretty, not pretty, no matter what the circumstances is, it doesn't change anything. You're still going to feel the way that you feel regardless of how you look.
Now, stylistically, that's one of the more, I guess I would say, unusual songs. I don't mean in a bad way unusual. It's a little different than some of your other songs, isn't it?
Yes, it's a little more poppy than I guess we've ever done. There's a few songs on the new record like that, but we obviously have our heavier songs like Fake Rich. And Alkaline is another heavier one, and a couple others that are coming out on the record we have a few definitely heavy ones, but we have some lighter ones too. We have Sad, we have Strawberries, we have, I'm completely blanking on right now, but yeah, it's kind of a mixed genre record for sure.
So, talking about mixed genre kind of record, you mentioned Fake Rich, and there's a collaboration on that one, so why don't you tell folks a little bit about who collaborated with you on there?
Yes, we had our very good friend Elijah Witt from Cane Hill came in, did a really cool breakdown part for us, and did his little screaming stuff, and he fucking killed it. We were really stoked whenever he sent it back to us. We were like, dang, this is sick.
Now, talk about how did that relationship form with Elijah from Cane Hill? Another good Shiprock band, by the way. But how did you guys end up finding each other?
I actually don't know how, but we've been friends for quite some time. He's been a friend of the band. Both of our bands have been friends for quite some time in general. I don't really remember how we all met, but man, I have to think about that.
I guess it shows that you've known each other for a while. I have relationships like that where I don't really remember.
So it's funny because it's Witt has been one of the people who has been cheering us on since before we even released Damn Soul. We've been friends with them for that long. So it just almost felt appropriate to have him a part of the record.
So another one out there that you collaborated on, I'm going to be honest, it's on the pre-order. I just noticed it, but I haven't heard it yet, with an artist called Dutch Melrose, who I'm not really familiar with. So tell me a little bit more about that collaboration.
Yeah, so he's actually a pop artist. And so when I first started making music, this is pre-Rivals. I joined Rivals when I was 19, 20, but I did some solo stuff originally when I was 18. And one of the first songs I ever wrote, and recorded and released was with Dutch. So once again, it was another full circle situation where it was like, it just felt appropriate to have him on the record.
So, hey, I was watching some of your stuff today, getting ready for this, and I'm kind of fascinated by the music video to Lavender. So, a couple questions there about Lavender. First, tell me about the Flint beer can. The Flint beer.
Yes. So the whole idea of Lavenders was essentially ignoring everything that's going on around you and being slightly ignorant towards everything in existence, and, you know, smelling lavender and ignoring it all. So there's actually a bunch of little hints in there, the Flint beer being one of them. And just different situations that currently happen on in our world. Human trafficking was another one. And, you know, we just kind of wanted to, like, point out there's a lot of really important things that people are ignoring or, you know, deciding to just kind of shove under the bus. So, yeah.
So the video came out awesome. It looked like you had a lot of fun. And for folks wondering, like, there's a lot of those little snapshots that Callie was talking about in there. So watch that carefully, and you'll see all kinds of little hints in there. So another music video I was watching today was one, Fake Rich, and you talked a little bit about that. So tell us about the making of that video. Is it a fake plane, so to speak, or what was the scenario with that?
It is a set. It's a private jet set that's in Los Angeles. And when I found it and I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the spot. That's like literally hilariously perfect for the entire existence and idea of what the song is about. So it was just appropriate for the moment in the idea of the whole song.
Do you find being an LA-based band that it's like there's almost too many options to shoot a video? Like, I imagine out there you guys must have like studios all over the place.
Oh yeah, yes, but you know, obviously with us being such a smaller band, money definitely comes into play too. There's tons of studios, but some of them are so expensive because they're usually being used for movies and stuff. But we always make do.
Now, hey, I want to ask you how the band's been managing through the whole coronavirus thing, because you guys were able to go ahead and release a record, you know, during a pandemic. That's hard to do, isn't it?
Very. Typically when you release a record, there's like a whole rollout plan that usually involves touring. And obviously we don't have that, and more than likely won't have that for quite some time. So, we were already about 6 months into the pandemic, and I hit up my label and I was like, this record's been done for almost 9 months now. I was like, are we just going to sit on it forever? Like, what is the plan? What is the goal? And this was back in, I want to say it was like August, maybe September. And I just told him, I was like, honestly, I think we should just go. We should just start it, because we don't know when we're going to be out there again, and I'd hate to have to like wait another year to release any new music.
Now, are bands talking at all? Like, I know there are a couple bands trying to tour out there, and it's just hard because, you know, you can't tour with other bands necessarily. Rooms are small and all that stuff. Are bands even talking about it?
People have definitely been talking about it. At first it was very, oh, yeah, we're going to tour by summer 2020. Okay, now fall 2020. Yeah, it's looking like maybe like January, like spring 2021. Mm-hmm. And now people are in the conversation about potentially not till fall or till after, because all of these tours have been postponed and they don't do the tours. So they're going to do those tours. So those, regardless, like, it's going to be a minute until bands our size are going to be able to really get back on the road again.
Yeah, we were sad. We talked about Shiprock a little bit. Sad that got canceled, and 2022 it looks like we'll be.
Yeah,
sad.
I know.
So, have you had a chance to cruise since that? I think that was, if I remember right, was that your first cruise?
That was all of our first cruises, and no, we were touring so much that year that we never even got a chance to, and then coronavirus hit. So that was.
Now, did you end up when all the dust was settled? Obviously, the live music part was great. Do you like the cruise experience? I mean, would you cruise again?
Oh yes, I would even do it without the music part. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It was such a good time and so relaxing, and you don't have to worry about driving anywhere or and you're just on a boat.
One of the things we love about it too, and then adding all the bands on it just makes it even better. So, hey, I want to let folks know there's some good pre-order bundles out there for you guys now. One even includes a skate deck. That's pretty cool. So, why don't you let people know where they can go to find the pre-order bundles and all that good stuff? Where do you want to direct people?
Yeah. So you can head over to our website. We are rvls.com, and there's a nice little link. You can click that right there. That will take you right over to the Smart Punk page to order and pre-order. We have sweats, hoodies, T-shirts. We have a skate deck with our faces on it, which is the coolest thing we've ever made. We got hats. We got vinyls. We have everything you can possibly think of. So, yeah, head over there and grab one.
So, hey, the album is called Sad Looks Pretty on Me. There's 3 tunes, I believe it is, at right now. The full record coming out soon. Get those pre-order bundles. And, Kelly, thanks so much for being back on the show. And stay safe from the corona and everything else in the world going on. But stay safe out there. It's good to talk to you again.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.